Well, good Tuesday morning, Jet fans. It's 12:02 a.m. It is Tuesday. I'm just home from the Monday Night Massacre over at MetLife. And before we get to that, let's run through the NFL from yesterday. San Francisco stays undefeated. They go to 6-0 as they beat Washington in just a sloppy mess in Washington. Um, the Green Bay Packers beat Oakland big time, so they continue to roll. Cincinnati is still winless as they lose to Jacksonville. Miami is still winless as they lose to Buffalo. Atlanta cannot catch a break. They dropped another one to the Rams. The Rams bounce back. And Tennessee beats the Chargers, which I did not see coming. But Tennessee beats the Chargers. Um, what was the final score in that game? Let's see. 23-20. Baltimore goes to Seattle and beats the Seahawks. Another one that I could not see happening what it did. Teddy Bridgewater still on fire, 36-25. The Saints beat Chicago. Kansas City was all over Denver, 30-6. And of course, tonight we ended Week 7 before it even began. Um, first, first drive of the game, Patriots went right down the field um, and scored. We get the ball back. Second play from scrimmage, Sam Donald throws a pick deep in Jet territory. The Jet defense holds them to 3 points. It's 10-0. Um, in the stands, you're seeing what's going on in the field live. You don't have any type of commentators unless you have headphones on. You don't know what's going on. You're on Twitter or whatnot. And it was funny because Sam just looked off today. He was throwing off his back foot. He was overthrowing receivers, underthrowing receivers. He was making mistakes that I wouldn't think that he would be making. He was picked off 5 times. I'm sorry, he was picked off 4 times. He was fumbled and gave it away for the 5th turnover. There were 6 turnovers in the game. The last turnover came on a muff punt by I believe it was Berrio. But the Patriots put their foot on the gas and didn't stop. Um, and I don't want to sound like sour grapes. I don't. The Patriots are a great team. They are now, what are they, 7-0 now? The Patriots are now 7-0. Donald was 11 of 32 for 86 yards, four interceptions. Brady was, let's see, Brady was 31 of 45, 249 yards, a touchdown and an INT. He is 29-6 as a starter versus the Jets. That just came up on NFL Network. They couldn't get to Brady. Brady had all time to pass. He was never under pressure. There was maybe 2 plays he was under pressure. One, he got called for intentional grounding. One was actually, and this is what baffles me, Leonard Williams actually gets to him and swipes his arm and doesn't even hit the ball. And it kind of catches his arm a little bit, and Brady underthrows it and he's picked off. At that point, why aren't you swiping the ball? I mean, even that effort by Leonard Williams to get there and to get to him, and he still doesn't finish the game. He still doesn't finish the play. And that was just what happened tonight. A lot of flags. I think the Jets were flagged 8 times for 60 yards. There were some pass interference plays on both teams. Just, not a sound game with the flags and the way the game just didn't flow. The Patriots just looked like a machine on offense, and on defense. Donald was consistently under pressure. He was knocked around. He was throwing, like I said, off his back foot. He was throwing under pressure. He was throwing the ball away. He overthrew Demaryius Thomas a few times. He overthrew Robbie Anderson a few times. Le'Veon Bell really was not a factor again. When you're down 17-0 before, you're even finishing the first quarter, your running game really does not have anything going on. He did bust out a few runs. He had one nice one early in the game. I really thought, and I said to my kids, that's the run he needs. He got to the middle, broke a tackle. They actually flipped him around. He broke out of the tackle, kept going, and he was stopped. I think it was like a 13-yard gain or whatnot. But he had 15 carries for 70 yards. He's averaging 4.7 yards tonight. Um, it was just, nobody on the Jet offense broke 100 yards. Obviously, Donald, didn't have 100 yards passing, um, and Bell had 70 yards on the ground. Uh, Bill Belichick. Let me say this: watching Parcells in my youth and as an adult, I don't think Parcells ever ran up a score. I don't think you ever saw Parcells kind of smile um, when he took care of a team. I can remember there was a game years ago, '97, where the Jets needed to win out the last two games, and the last home game was against the Bucks, and we shut out the Bucks, and I think it was like 21-0, or maybe even more. We had two interceptions for touchdowns. We had a kickoff or a punt return for a touchdown. At the end of the game, when he went over, and I want to say at that point it was Tony Dungy was the coach. Parcells says, "I don't know how we did that." Tonight, you're late in the fourth quarter, and you still have Tom Brady out there, and you're up, 20, 25 or 20, 25 to nothing. It was just, I don't understand that. I mean, you could say on one part, you're not getting the Brady, so he's not going to get hurt. But you never know. You step the wrong way or whatever. But you know what? It just seems like everything falls the Patriots' way. Many other teams wouldn't have their starters out there. There was also a point, towards the end of the game, late in the fourth quarter, where they were going to punt to the Jets, and he tried to take a delay of game penalty, which was declined. Then he tried to take a false start penalty, which was declined, to get them to 5 yards back because he didn't want to punt it into the end zone. And then he punts to the Jets, and then the Jets make a nice play, and he challenges the play, almost like to say, I'm going to waste your time now. Even the radio personality said that while we're choosing for the Jets. The ESPN was like, he's almost like, throwing it back at the Jets, like, you didn't want to accept the penalty, so now I'm going to just do this. Stat that just came up, in the last 5 games, the Patriots have won by 10 points or more. The Jet defense was nowhere to be found on a lot of plays. They got beat deep. They just went out there. And what scares me is it goes back to last week. The Jets were up 21-3 or 21-6 at the half last week, and they only put 3 points up in the second half. They continued that this week. So in 8 quarters, they put up 24 points, but 21 came in the first 2 quarters of last week. So the last 6 quarters, they put up 3 points, and of course, nothing came tonight. The crowd was majority, maybe not majority, maybe 50-50 Patriot fans. They were loud, they were heard. A lot of them were obnoxious. I'm not going to lie. Listen, I am a Yankee fan. We expect to win. I am not an obnoxious Yankee fan that talks about the rings and talks about history. I know my team's history. I know what my team has done, but it's not going to help me today. My Yankees winning 27 World Series did not help them Saturday. Let's be honest. I'm watching a clip here, and Sam Darnold actually said on the bench he's seeing ghosts. That scares me. That concerns me. It looks like he saw blitzes and defenses he never saw before. And I understand. I think this is his 15th or 16th NFL game. Listen, I'm not going to close the book on this kid. Is this the coach for him? I don't know. But I cannot say that Sam Darnold is going to be a bust because you can't get your emotions to go like that. I mean, Baker Mayfield, and he's a turnover machine this year. Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes. He comes in. Let's be honest. That game in Tampa, he should have never won because they missed a chip shot um, field goal at the end. Okay, so take that away. Yes, he's won a few games, but now he's getting beat up too. Um, so you look at quarterbacks and you say, oh, they went in the first round. They're great. They had a few good games. They had a few big, you can't judge them. You need a bigger testing scale to judge them, a bigger benchmark. You know, yes, Brady won a Super Bowl in his first season. I think Marino went to the Super Bowl in his first season. I mean, they're on a different level. I don't think Sam Donald will be on his level. I hope that he could be. As a Jets fan, I want him to be. But it's just a different level. I cannot close the book on him. I don't even want to go on Twitter. I don't even want to put on the radio and listen to Beningo tomorrow because it's going to be Jets suck. Sam Donald doesn't have it. Defense sucks. Patriot fan, but and I can't. Either you follow the team or you don't follow the team. But either you're with the team or not with the team. Yes, I am upset that we lost. Um, but not for nothing. You look at this schedule after 0 and 4, okay, and you look at Dallas and you say Dallas could beat us. You look at 0 and 5. New England's gonna beat us. You look at 0 and 6. So now the Jets go out and they beat Dallas. So you say, well, maybe they have a chance against New England. 2 weeks ago, you didn't think they had a chance against New England. So you can't come home tonight and say, I can't believe we're 1 and 6 or 1 and 5. Yeah, we're 1 and 5. I just, I don't play that way. My emotions, yes, I'm annoyed, I'm pissed off. 33-0, we were embarrassed at home. We had, Patriot fans waving goodbye to the Jet fans as they walked out. Um, I just, it was just a bad night. This game reminds me a lot of the 2013 Thanksgiving game, and a lot of you know that game as the butt fumble game. Um, First of all, the butt fumble is the most overly exaggerated play that ever happened to the Jets. Okay, you want to talk embarrassment? Talk about the shovel pass from Bubby Brister, against the Carolina Panthers in '95. That was terrible. Talk about the spike play. That was terrible. Um, I said a few weeks back, Eric Allen going 90, 94 yards or whatever. That was terrible. The butt fumble. Let me explain this to you. The Patriots scored on 3 consecutive plays, I believe. Um, I think there was a pick six thrown by Sanchez or a touchdown thrown by Brady. There was an ensuing kickoff where the returner got hit, bobbled the ball into the defender's hand, and he ran it in, and there was the butt fumble. And the butt fumble, everybody makes fun of Sanchez. But you know what? His offensive line had him running for his life that night. And he was scattering and he was running around. And then finally, he took a step forward and hit one of his linemen in the ass. Yes, he fumbled the ball, but you know what? I don't blame Sanchez for that. He was running for his life. His offensive lineman should say, yeah, the butt fumble was on them. But a butt fumble, like, give me a break. That's what you call it. But anyway, that's where we are. The Jets lost 33-0. Um, like I said, Belichick challenged a play in the fourth quarter. I think with like less than 5 minutes left. The defense really did not get to Brady. Leonard Williams got to him as close as possible, caused him to throw a little wobbly pass as he got hit, and he threw a pick. But other than that, Brady's jersey was probably clean as a whistle. Um, it's um, it's I'm mad to lose to the Patriots because I just can't stand the Patriots. Um, Belichick just has his team playing great. They are 7-0. We are 1-5. And he doesn't take his foot off the throttle. He just went right through tonight. I think if they would have called him back in to play another quarter, he would play another quarter just to run up the score. Um, and then that's fine. Hey, listen, if you're the Jets, you want to stop them. Um, where do you go from here? You have 6 days to prepare and go down to Jacksonville. Jacksonville is no slouch. Um, they are a tough team to beat. They are playing with a backup quarterback. They are 2-4. I believe they had. Did they win this week? I'm not even sure what they did this week. Jacksonville won, so they're 3-4. They beat Cincinnati. And like Bob was using on ESPN said, if you're Doug Marrone in Jacksonville, you're looking at this tape on the blitzes that they did against the Jets, and you want to mimic that. Now Tremaine Johnson started tonight. He had an INT on that deflected pass, or that when Brady's hand got hit. But the Jets secondary is just not good. The Jets defense, maybe two or three players are not good. The Jet offensive line is not good. Le'Veon Bell hasn't broken 100 yards yet this season, I don't believe. That's not good. I mean rushing. I don't know. I think he had all-purpose yards of 126 a couple weeks back. This team is not good right now. Do you make a change during the season? I don't think so. Adam Gase right now has, he went the first basically 4 games without Sam Darnold because the first game I still think he was sick. So Gase has an excuse. Unless there's a big name coach out there, Adam Gase is your coach for next season at least. I don't know if Mike McCarthy would be available or who may be available. But right now, Adam Gase is going to be your future. That being said, I think within the next 7 days, because I think it's the 29th, Leonard Williams is not a Jet anymore. And the reason why is, number one, he'll be a free agent at the end of the year. The Jets are not going to give him a big contract. Maybe they franchise him, but I can't see them giving him a big contract. They're not going to pay him. He's going to want to go someplace else, so get some value for him. Maybe get a second and some players, or a third and some players, or something to try to get Joe Douglas to try to build this team up. So I don't think Leonard Williams is on this team after next Monday. Quentin Williams you didn't hear from tonight. You didn't hear from any of the defense tonight. But again, Quentin Williams is only his 3rd professional game. Jamal Adams was in on some plays, but again, the whole defense was beat tonight. So you can't, my father's going to be like this tomorrow. I'm going to get text tomorrow. We got to kill this. We got to get rid of this guy. Listen, people forget we were 0-4 at one point. We're 1-5. Everybody thought that we found the cure for the common cold last week when we beat the Cowboys. Yes, we beat the Cowboys. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Yes, we almost lost to the Cowboys, but no, we held on, we beat them. But the Cowboys went out and they kicked the shit out of the Eagles yesterday. I get it. But this Jet team is not good right now. I don't think they're very well coached. Even though C.J. Mosley came back, he was not really a factor. He's still lingering. Sam Darnold, again, 15th or 16th game in his career. His 3rd start this season. And it is what it is. So, you look at the schedule and you say, oh, well, they beat Dallas and they may be able to pull it out against the Patriots. Then they can take Jacksonville. You can't take anybody for granted. When you're 1-5 or 1-4, you can't take anybody for granted. And you got to hope that this team goes back. They look at themselves and they take care of what they have to take care of. They have 6 days to play Jacksonville. They're in Jacksonville. If this team is going to do anything this year or prove anything, and I'm not saying make the playoffs or anything like that, I'm saying just kind of progress. They need to beat Jacksonville, a 3-4 team. And Jacksonville must be licking their chops looking at a 1-5 team where this young quarterback can blitz and get him rattled. That's the one thing that scares me. That Sam was so rattled tonight. This is his worst game I've seen him play. He had 4 picks, a fumble that he lost, and didn't break 100 yards passing. So that's it tonight. I wanted to do this tonight. I have a splitting headache actually, but I wanted to do this video and get this out of the way and get my thoughts out tonight because it's just fresh in my mind, the whole experience of the game. My girls did get Sam Darnold's autograph tonight, but again, on a night that the Patriots just dominated, their fans dominated, you lick your wounds, you go home, and Adam Gase needs to right this ship. He needs to write it on every facet of the team. Special teams, didn't even play tonight. They kicked off the ball once, and they did a, um, a free kick on a safety because there was a bad snap deep inside their territory, went to the end zone, and Sam Smart, used his intelligence, knocked the ball out of the end zone for the safety. Check us out on Facebook, NY Jet Stories. Check us out on Twitter at NY Jet Stories is our Twitter handle. We have a website, www.nyjetstories.com. That's nyjetstories.com. And of course, check us out on YouTube. This is my YouTube channel. It's Alex Parziali. We're trying to change the name, but right now YouTube's just being a little funky. So subscribe to us. Check us out. Give us your thoughts. Give us your opinions. The Jets are a 1-5 team. They're not a good team right now. And they need to find out who they're going to be going forward. There are 10 games left, 10 weeks left in the season. They still have Miami twice. They have Buffalo one more time. They have Jacksonville. They have the Giants. They have the Redskins. They have Pittsburgh. So they don't have real world beaters, but they're not a world beater, not even close to it right now at 1-5. So have a good night. I tried to keep this quick. It was a 20-minute video, so it's a little after 12. It's about 12:23. And hope to hear from you soon. I will have a preview video probably Friday for the Jacksonville game. But until then, drop us a line, drop us an email, drop us a comment. Thank you.